Hey everyone. I don't know if any of you have heard or not, but apparently in Boston they are planning to have a straight pride parade, a straight pride event in Boston. I kind of want to give my thoughts on this because actually two of my coworkers were actually talking about this, and they pretty much had the same opinion on it. They both thought it was pretty stupid. Um, Before I really get into that, I kind of want to give because I have my own thoughts on the actual like LGBT pride stuff. I'm not against it. I'm certainly not anti-LGBT or anything. Um, but I can understand why it might come off as annoying to some people. I think that's really a case of some people in that community, in the LGBT community, being just very in your face constantly about the fact that they are gay or they're bisexual or they're transgender or whatever. Like the fact that like their sexual orientation or their gender identity, it like makes up their entire personality. Like that is their entire being. Like that is what that is their entire personality. Like they have no personality outside the fact that they're gay or they're trans or whatever. You know, basically like Matthew Lush on YouTube. I mean, just no personality outside of that. So I can understand why people like that have kind of left a sour taste in other people's mouths when it comes to the whole LGBT stuff. You know, LGBT pride parades, LGBT month, you know, and stuff like that. So I can understand that point of view. You know, I've heard people who are, you know, who lean more right or, you know, more on the conservative side or whatever. You know, they kind of make the argument that, well, why do they need a pride parade? I mean, it's you know, in today's day and age, why do you need a pride parade? Why do you need to celebrate, you know, your sexuality? You know, I don't care what your sexuality is. Why do you need a pride parade for it? And I get that. I can understand that. And again, it goes back to those people that have kind of sort of ruined it for everyone else because of the fact that they're so up in people's faces all the time, constantly. And I definitely get that it can get kind of annoying sometimes. But I think that as far as the LGBT pride stuff goes, it's not really about, maybe they should like rename it and stuff, like more like maybe instead of LGBT pride, make it like LGBT appreciation month or something, or LGBT whatever. Because pride certainly implies, you know, what they would be talking about, but no, when it comes to the LGBT pride stuff, I think it's more about like celebrating the progress that they've made as a group, you know, celebrating the fact that they have made various very great strides in terms of getting equal rights and stuff, celebrating the people who have fought for equal rights for them and stuff. I think it's more about that than celebrating the fact that they're gay or celebrating their sexual orientation or their gender identity or whatever. I think it's more about that than anything. But I could definitely see how it would come off as them just taking pride in the fact that they're gay or whatever. And, you know, maybe I'm just a cold-hearted bastard, but I've always, not just with LGBT, but with anything, like, I've always found it kind of annoying and kind of cringy when people say, oh, I'm this, or I'm that, and I'm proud of it. Like, I'm proud to be this, or I'm proud to be that. And it's like, from my perspective, it's like, well, you haven't really accomplished anything, though. Like, simply being one thing or another. Like, I have Asperger's syndrome, for example, okay? It's like if I made a video or I made a post on Facebook or whatever saying, oh, I have Asperger's syndrome and I'm proud of it. I'm proud to be someone who has Asperger's syndrome. Like no, like, I'm not ashamed of it. I'm not ashamed to have Asperger's syndrome, but I'm not, like, proud of it either. I mean, it's a part of who I am. I accept it. I own it. That's it. It is what it is. I'm not proud of it. I'm not ashamed of it. It's just a part of who I am. You know, it's the same thing with being gay or being, you know, female, with being, because, you know, there's the female power and stuff like that. With being anything, like, or, like, with being, yeah, I mean, I think you get what I'm trying to say here, but with being anything, like saying, oh, I'm proud to be this or I'm proud to be that, like, it's not an accomplishment. It's like, it's just a part of who you are. You know, going back to the LGBT, it's like saying, you know, I'm proud to be trans, I'm proud to be gay. It's like, again, it's not really something you accomplish. It's just a part of who you are. It's who you are. You happen to be gay. You happen to be trans. It's a part of who you are. It is what it is. Like, I'm not saying you should be ashamed of it or anything. Just, you know. So again, like I said, I understand that point of view, but at the same time, you know, So I try to view both sides when it comes to this issue. But, you know, ultimately, I just kind of go with the mindset of, yeah, you know, it can get annoying sometimes, but you know what, just let them have their LGBT Pride Parade, let them have the month, whatever, let them have a good time, who cares? It's not hurting anyone, so who gives a shit? Now, on to straight pride. I get what they're going for, like, especially if you lean more towards, you know, right-leaning or conservative or whatever. Or maybe not, maybe not even that, but, like, I get what they're going for, but ultimately I just think it's kind of dumb. Like, I'm not gonna get outraged about it like some people are. Like, I'm not gonna get outraged that, oh my god, they're having a straight pride month, or straight pride parade or whatever. Oh my fucking god, how dare they? Like, I don't care. Like, if they want to have a straight pride thing, celebration, whatever, let them fucking do it. Who cares? You know, I mean, I'm sure that they'll get buried anyways. Like, they already are getting buried, but, you know, I think it's stupid just because, really, it really serves as nothing more than just, like, a counter-protest almost. Like, oh, well, you're gonna have your annoying LGBT pride thing, we're gonna have our straight pride thing. Like, that's really all it is, ultimately, I think. You know, it's not really celebrating being straight, or because here's the thing, like, and I hate to make these types of arguments because I feel like SJWs rely on this all the time, where they make arguments like, well, from the past and stuff, but the thing is, no one has ever been, like, discriminated against or like refused service in places and stuff like that for being straight. Like, that doesn't happen. Like, that never happens unless you're getting, like, into really extreme parts of the LGBT, in case where they shout, like, boo, they say boo towards heterosexual people, but that's a whole different can of worms. But no one's ever been, like, treated badly just because they're straight, so that kind of takes away any meaning that the straight pride thing would even have. Like, what are you really celebrating at that point? You're not celebrating progress made because, again, there's never been any setback for being straight. So, again, it really just goes to my theory that this is really just like a counter-protest to the LGBT pride stuff. So I think it's dumb for that reason, and just for the fact that, again, no one's been discriminated against for being straight, so there's really is nothing to celebrate there. It just seems pointless. I mean, I think that, yeah, I think it's dumb. Not for the same reasons that a lot of other people who are getting, like, really infuriated about it do, but yeah, it's dumb. That's really my opinion on it. But yeah, so let me know what you think about this whole straight pride thing. I mean, what do you think of it? Do you think do you support it? I mean, do you not support it? Do you think it's dumb? Do you not really care either way? Let me know, you know. But that's pretty much it for this one, I think. And yeah, so peace and have a good day.